We are at Amira EMC and I am so excited. We have Alan, Libby and Richard joining us for a nice little round table chat. Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah,
It's lovely
glad to be here.
It's awesome. So what have been the major takeaways from the conference so far? Maybe start with you, Alan.
Yeah, look, I really enjoyed the last couple sessions on uncertainty. I thought, it's interesting how much we focus on that, and the conversation we had around that I thought was really enlightening, and to me it sort of, I guess it just speaks to the direction we're going as an industry. What used to be a lot more gut feel, let's say, has become a lot more quantified, and whether that's led to more anxiety across industry or what, but I think it's kind of an inevitable outcome of where we've gone to with, even things like finance and things which are very quantified.
Yes, yep. How about you?
I really like the positive trajectory that the conference is going on. We did start with some hard realities this morning around how our industry's doing, success rates, things like that, but then pivoting to those uncertainty conversations, but in the context of opportunity and how people are seeing it as getting better at what we're doing and how it allows us to make those tough decisions in the industry is fantastic.
Yeah. What about you, Rich?
I thought the collaboration was pretty amazing.
Yep.
To hear case studies where people are actually, or different companies are sharing data.
Yep.
And the benefits that they get from that. I think, to me, that was quite eye-opening because I know that it's traditionally been a fairly closed environment.
It's beautiful because it is intimate, which allows such meaningful discussion. But yeah, you then wish that everyone could get a little glimpse into it all. So it's tricky one to balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So speaking of time, I'm curious how all of you in your roles think about time. There's so many ways to look at it, like geological time, changing times, discovery time, all the sorts of different ways. I'm curious how you all approach time in your specific roles.
I have actually been thinking about this a lot recently with some of the mineral systems work that I've been doing, and the piece around geodynamics, which is, as a geologist, where we often go with time, which is how has the Earth changed over time, how do things relate to each other, and how does that create stresses and tensions in the Earth that can form mineral systems. And it overlays everything that we think about. If you're talking about a project and you haven't talked dynamics and time to me, you're not thinking about the processes right. And so I think time is definitely one of those ones, however you want to label it, that we need as geologists to always be considering.
Yep, definitely.
So for me, I think one thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately is, I guess, how my team spends their time. And so the team that I look after, there's sort of geologists, engineers, technicians that are all part of this team. And there's a lot of things that they do that I think are probably not a waste of time, but it could be done much better.
Yep.
And so, and particularly, I'm a geologist myself, and so when I think about my geologists, I'd like them to have more time to spend thinking about geology rather than wrangling data or, searching for things and stuff like that. So, to me, I'd really like to try and eliminate that and get people, using their brains to do the things that they were trained to do. Think about geology, not think about spreadsheets.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think about the time being the fourth dimension, as you said, Libby. But from a technical point of view for me, I think about let's minimize the wastage of time. So let's get whatever we can right now in the time frame that we have. So, rather than thinking about core scanning, for example, and getting the most efficient machine that does 1,000 meters a day or whatever it might be, how do we get lower cost machines at every rig that just keep up with the production that might be 40 meters a day at a particular site? So a different way of looking at time and productivity, but mapping it to the processes that we do right now rather than a big initiative.
And you definitely touched on that in your opening talk this morning around like the power of real time and the getting all the essential things, but as quickly as possible and in real time. So that was really cool. And you had like 6 main things that you think are like super essential to get.
Yeah.
That was great, by the way.
I loved it. Yeah, it was a good talk. So you had location.
Yes. Location, structure or orientation.
Yes.
Mineralogy, geochemistry.
Yep.
Petrophysics, and there's one more that I've forgotten.
What was it?
Oh, I've just got the wrong number of fingers.
I know, maybe it was. Let's go with 5. It was 5, yeah. 5 sounds
5 or
perfect.
6 things, yeah.
That's perfect. Where do you all see, like, what gets you most excited about, say, like, exploration for the next 10 years?
Texture. That was 6.
Texture. There we go. Perfect.
Sorry.
Is that what else gets you excited?
Yeah.
For me, maybe a cop-out, but it's the challenge. I mean, we've seen all the figures. Everyone knows what we're up against and how things have been going. So
Yep.
I think, there's going to need to be some sort of radical change in order for us to continue on, I guess, or with our society to continue on to get the things that we use as a society. So there's a massive challenge in that, and I can't remember who said it, but it was if we don't solve this problem, it's going to get solved for us one way or another, either through replacement or some other means. So it's a challenge that we face, and I'm excited. Bring it on.
For me, it's the next generation of geoscientists that are coming into the industry and the ideas that they're bringing with them.
Yeah.
And the way they are respectfully challenging how we've worked.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I was an early career geo, it was still quite hierarchical. You didn't necessarily want to speak out. You thought very carefully about before you put forward a contrarian idea. And the confidence and conviction of our early career geoscientists is fantastic.
Yeah.
And they are going to be the ones to push us
Yeah.
to challenge our biases and our conventions, and I think drive us to those new search spaces that we really need to be in to solve the challenges that we saw presented this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got a massive challenge, but it's a great opportunity. And I think one of the things that I said earlier today is that we mine 130 million ounces a year or whatever, and we haven't discovered that since 2006. So there's a massive opportunity for us in gold and all sorts of metals to literally change the world.
Yeah.
And it's a massive opportunity.
100%. Apart from not being scared to challenge respectfully, what other advice would you have for emerging geoscientists or your younger self, all the bits of wisdom you're happy to share?
Other than eat less and drink less and do more exercise, I would tell my younger self to not stress so much. And there's a saying that you don't have to like everyone to do your job, but I think it definitely helps if you can find something that you like about everyone.
Yeah.
And that makes collaboration work. So that's what I
That's a
would
really
tell
good
myself.
idea. Yeah. That's a really good point.
I think riffing on that, and this is probably a little personal, but
We love personal.
nobody is out to get you.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that they're against you. And also don't let anybody dim your light.
Yeah.
So it can be a big challenge for people early in their career, and I try really hard in the teams I work with to create that psychological safe space so everybody feels like they have a valid voice.
Yeah.
And I think it's advice and maybe a work environment I would have liked to have worked in more earlier in my career.
Yeah.
That and be curious.
Yes.
Always be curious. Always ask questions. Always push the boundaries. Respectfully.
Respectfully, yes. I love that. How about you, Alan?
Yeah, I'm not sure what I would tell my younger self, but I guess maybe just spinning it around a little bit, I think what you said is really relevant and important. The exploration teams of today aren't quite like they used to be, right? There's a lot different attitude, a lot different environment than things, than there used to be in the past. And I think it's actually important. It's made these teams a lot more collaborative in many respects, inclusive in many respects. So you end up with a lot more diversity of ideas and a lot more freedom to challenge some, like, this is how we do things. And, that obviously still exists in many places. Like, this is how we do things. Just follow the rules. Don't get out of line. But I think, if we're to be successful and really work together to deliver what we're supposed to do, we need to change. And so what you said.
This is awesome. I'm loving this. Just to wrap it up, I've been talking about pet rocks with everyone today. So most of us have been talking about one of the mysterious ones from the conference, but I got really excited because Alan bought a pet rock for me.
Yeah.
So before you give it away to anybody, it doesn't have to be telling us what it is or anything, but like when you look at a rock like this, like where does your mind go? What are you thinking about? What do you want to do? Where are you taking it? So if everyone wants to have a look.
That's the quiz for these guys, so this will
Maybe
be
I should
good,
wear my
actually.
glasses.
Yeah. Little magnifying lens.
Judge the age of the group by how far away we hold the rock. My varifocals are downstairs.
Yeah. It's shameful I didn't actually bring a hand lens, so I think it's a strike one against me.
Yeah.
It's a hard one,
My
actually.
digital hand lens is in my bag.
I mean, the first thing I commented on was this is such a fantastic method of preparation for a cut core because you have both the polished and the unpolished surface, which allows you to see the contrast of the different minerals and the texture. Mm-hmm. So for me, before I even get to what the rock is, that's fantastic.
It was somewhat unintentional, but I'll tell you why in a minute.
Did someone leave a cover slip on?
No. It's better than that. More exciting.
And then for me, it actually reminds me of my undergrad, which was done in South Africa, because that is a rock type that is well known down there. And seeing that again brings back some good memories of our honors field trip. And it is one of those rocks that has still probably from a how they form question, some of the biggest ones, some of the biggest uncertainties. So for me, it's just exciting to have a bit of a trip down memory lane, and it's such a nice example.
All right, give it to
Again,
us.
grand
Tell us
reveal.
everything.
Okay, so I've picked this rock up on a project I worked on in Canada. So my background is in diamonds exploration, and so I spent a lot of time looking at kimberlites, which this is an example of. So this is from the Fort Ella field in Saskatchewan. And so why I like this rock, first of all, it's really cool. Like this is where I really geek out on kimberlites. So this is my favorite kind of rock. What's so exciting about these ones is the texture actually that they present is quite unique in how they form. So they present a little differently than a lot of other ones do. And I've got another one in my bag that we can look at, which is even more exciting. But the reason I picked this one is it is this square here. So first of all, it's half core. It's half core and it's been polished. And this square that you can see here is actually, the polish has been removed by a Libs laser device.
Oh, cool.
And so, to me, this speaks a little bit to the opportunity that we've got with technology. When you log kimberlite, you observe a lot of features. And ultimately, a lot of the things that you observe, don't go anywhere in the model. It's kind of a wasted effort. And so, where I think we can get a lot better is by removing a lot of the human bias, and devices such as Libs, is something like this. So to me, it speaks a little bit to how we used to do things. A lot of times people would cut these rocks, look at them under a microscope, make lots of observations. To now we're just gonna, we're gonna do this Libs analysis of it. And you actually end up with an image of the rock, and you can derive those features, in fact, automatically if you want them. So, a little bit of a past and future in the same rock.
I
Very
love that. Just take a moment. They're here. Oh my gosh.
I think they've been lurking behind us.
I know.
Much of the time.
No fear.
But this has been brilliant. Thank you so much to all of you for your time and sharing your insights with me. I really, really appreciate it. It was, awesome to have this moment with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great.